Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is John Jenkins, and I'm here to bring you a video. So, the thing I want to do today was I want to do a break-even calculator. So, basically, when you are in business, you have what's called the the break-even calculation or the break-even number. So, you have a break-even number. So, you have basically you have to figure out how many sales would you have to make so that you are not gaining money and you're not losing money. So that's break even. So it's basically, if you in economics, it's basically like equilibrium. So there's the equilibrium price, uh, things of that nature. So break even is basically you're not gaining money, you're not getting richer, and you're not getting poorer. So it can be a little bit confusing because there's a lot of, I mean, especially in the United States, there's a lot of uh, companies that make a lot of sales but are also insolvent. So I would say even the vast majority of American companies make a lot of money but are insolvent. So just another reason to learn how to do that. Anyway, so starting a business 101 by Michelle Kagan, a CPA, a certified public accountant, and so this is the book that I'm going to be using to calculate to make the break even calculator. So all right, so while I go on ahead and okay, no, wrong button. Okay, so that's going. Let's check this. Okay, that's going. Okay, so okay, uh, break even. Okay, uh, I'll just say break even practice. Okay, gets equals input. I know I'm a little bit out of line for it because I keep using this Ruby Python joke. I keep using this Ruby Python joke, but anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna say gets equals input. Uh, Please press enter. So okay, so I wanted to fit this. Okay, wait a minute. Before I do that, all right. So uh, uh, break even rack dot pie. All right. So I I wanted to fit this in today because I'm not supposed to be working all days, but I do have a little bit of time today to get some work done. So it's working. So okay. So uh, why don't I go ahead and hit exchanger? Sorry, def exchanger. Okay. Okay. There, there. So let's go into the book. Let's go back into the book. Michelle Kagan, CPA, and let's see what the. No, I'm nowhere near as far as that. I'm more closer to right before 100. So, okay. So, break even language. So, you have fixed costs, expenses that stay the same no matter how much you sell, variable costs, expenses that change based on production or sales, semi variable costs. Okay, contribution margin, the difference between the unit sales price and the variable unit cost of what you're selling. The difference between the unit sales price and the variable unit cost of what you were selling divided by the unit sales price. Unit sales price minus unit variable cost divided by unit sales price. Okay, unit one of what you're selling. So okay, so the unit sales price, the variable and variable unit cost of what you're selling divided by the unit sales price. What you're selling, for example. Okay. All right. Okay, equals fixed cost divided by unit sales. Unit sales price minus variable unit cost. Okay. Equals fixed cost divided by unit sales price minus variable unit cost. Okay. Yuckly. Divided by. Okay, so okay. Expenses that stay the same. Contribution. So the difference between. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. All right. So what? Okay. Fixed one. I'm sorry. Let me put that in a lower. Fixed one equals input. What are your I'll say total fixed costs. Okay. What are vary one equals input. What are your variable costs? Okay, so let's go ahead and do this now. Fixed one equals int fixed one. Okay. Vary one equals int okay, vary one. And the third question. So um, I will see. I'll leave the semi. This is asking me about semi-variable costs. I don't know how I'm supposed to add that. Um, why don't I just Why don't I add this? Okay, semi one equals what? Okay. What are your variable costs? What are your? I'm sorry. What are your semi? I misspelled. Okay. Input. What are your semi variable cost. Okay. Semi 1 equals int semi 1. Okay. And okay, one of what you're selling, okay, would be 1 unit. Okay. I'm gonna do based on units. One of what you're selling. One of what you're selling. So, okay. Now comes the math. The basic formula looks looks like this. Basic formula, break even point in units. Unit sales price divided by minus variable unit. Break even point equals fixed cost unit sales price. So, okay, all right. Price 1. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Price 1 equals input what is your unit sales price. Okay, I hit the colon, space, and end quote. Price 1 equals int price 1. Okay, nani. Okay, fixed, fixed 1. Okay, should fixed 1 ver fixed 1 equals fixed 1 okay, so fixed 1 equals let's see. No, let's go back. Fixed seeing no matter how much you sell, rent, salaries, insurance. So I guess that would be okay. So alright, so vary 1 semi 1 price 1. Okay. Alright, so why don't I go ahead and copy this? Okay, and why don't I bring it up here and hit that and go there. Alright, so So basically, what I'm saying is that um, I guess I should put it on a monthly basis. So basically, um, okay. So all right. So okay. Sure. All right. So hmm. Okay. Basic equals fixed cost divided by unit sales price minus okay fixed cost break even point units. Okay, now I see. All right, so if I want to get the break even point in units, what I would have to do is say uh, BU uh, equals um, fixed 1 divided by uh, fixed 1 okay, divided by okay unit sales price variable unit cost okay okay price 1 minus vary uh, uh, 1 variable unit cost. All right. Uh, Print um, you your break even units is okay all right okay str okay bu plus units okay no 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 units okay hmm. All right. So, why not? Okay. All right. So, all right. Okay. So, all right. Contribution margin. Okay, the difference between unit sales price divided by the difference between the unit sales price and the variable unit cost of which is selling divided by the unit sales price. Unit sales price minus unit variable cost divided by unit sales price. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. Break even price. Break even price equals okay. Let's see. Unit sales price. Price. Okay. Wait a minute. Price 1 minus vary 1 price 1 minus vary 1 divided by okay price 1 divided by unit sales price Okay. So now this is not the break-even point for price. This is the contribution margin. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So okay. So contribution margin. So the break-even point dollars equal fixed cost divided by contribution margin. Break-even dollars is say fixed cost divided by contribution margin. Okay, so equals fixed. No, equals fixed divided by. I misspelled fixed one. Quite okay. Print your break even dollars is BDK plus I'm sorry, dollars. Okay. So, alright. Gets equals input. Please press enter. It's almost time for me to get out this computer. So, alright. Well, I misspelled this. I was supposed to put a quote right there. Okay, please press enter. Why don't I put a space right there? And don't put the parentheses right there. Okay. And why don't I get this out of the way? And why don't I exchanger? Okay. Alright. So exchanger. Okay. Control save. Okay. Alright, what are your total fixed costs every month? Let's say every month, let's say I have 10,000 fixed costs. What is your variable cost? $5. What is your semi-variable cost? $5. What is your unit sales price? $10. Okay. So I have to sell. I would have to sell 2,000 units to break even, or I would have to sell $20,000 at $10 a piece. So that is my. There's one thing I want to change because obviously I'm getting I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. So obviously this doesn't matter. Well, maybe I shouldn't do this, but maybe I shouldn't do this because, well, I mean, you know how it is. But obviously you might want to have a little bit more precision than I have right here. But yeah, you might want to have a little bit more precision than I have right here. You might want to keep it as a floating point number. But let's see, 10. I'll say 1,000 was your variable cost. $3. What is your semi-variable cost? $10. What is your unit sales price? What is your unit sales price? 30. What is your unit sales? Yeah, I'll say 30. Okay, so I would have your break even is 37 units. My total, so my break even is 37 units, or your break even dollars is 1,100 So I would have to earn a fixed. I would have to earn a break even point. Why don't I do the? I'm gonna do the example from the book. Okay, so I'm gonna do the example from the book to test this to make sure it works. Okay, what are your total fixed costs? Total fixed costs, 5,000 per month, and what are your total variable costs? $1, and the total semi variable. I'm just gonna put that 0, and in order to break even, your company would need to sell. So it's okay, okay. All right, so all right, 500. So yeah, 500. Yeah, so 556, 5,556. Yeah, so it did round down because it is a floating point number. It did round down because it is. I'm sorry. It did round down because it's an integer and not a floating point number. So it. I did the example from the book and I got basically the same answer. They did round up. They did round up one unit instead of. They rounded up 1 unit and $1 instead of rounding down. But such is to be expected. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I want to say is that I got this done so I can use this in my business. And that's all I wanted to say for this example. And thank you very much, everyone, and goodbye.